Welcome back. So I'm Mark here back with you, and in this video I'll be explaining more about the workflow that we are using in WebOps. So the workflow consists of statices, and it defines the life cycle of an issue from its creation till its delivery. How can the easiest way to find your project's workflow? Press on any issue, press on the drop down and press on workflow. So this is the current workflow that we are using in most of our projects. It might be changed later on, but this is the general perspective that you would get. So this, whenever a card is created, it takes the status of backlog, then it moves to sprint backlog, it can go back to backlog, then the card can move to in progress, means that someone is currently working on the card, or it can be go back in terms if he worked on it for a couple of minutes and he found that he will be blocked, or he does not understand the issue and he needs to put it back, or he got another priority who is sending this card back. After finishing working of the card, it's sent to in review, being reviewed by another developer. Then after going through the in review cycle, it either passes the review, so goes to being ready to test, or it gets some sort of feedback, then it goes to in review again. After that, it goes through this cycle multiple times. It cannot go back to in progress. Then it goes to RTT, means it's ready to be tested by a tester. Then if it failed the QA, the developer works on it. When it's deemed ready, it goes to in review again, then goes to testing again. Then we deploy the issue, or it's hold for any technical reason or non-technical reason. We need to merge in a specific order. Jenkins, which is a tool that we use, is failing or something like that. After that, it goes to done. We also have two statuses, which is called resolved and blocked. So blocked means that the card is blocked for a specific reason. So it's either blocked by another card, it's blocked by waiting for some sort of requirements, it's blocked, etc. Resolved mean that the card is done, but it's not done as the development is completed. It has other statuses that I will go through it now. So before I do so, let's first look how is this board designed in terms of the columns and the statuses. Each column might have multiple statuses connected to it. Where can we find this? If you open the board settings, and open the columns, you will find that. For instance, in the blocked column, we have the block status. Sprint backlog, it has the backlog status. To do, it has the sprint backlog status that I'm deeming it ready to be done. However, in progress has three statuses: in progress, feedback, and failed. In review has the in review, ready has the ready to test, deploying has the hold and deploy, done has both the resolved and done. So for instance, let's discuss the life cycle of a card. So the card starts here in the backlog, then it moves to the to do, then I send this card to work in progress. The card gets review, then goes back to in progress, but as feedback, not as in progress. The column called in progress, however, you're working on a feedback. Then you send it back in review, then it goes to ready to test, then it might fail testing, it goes to the in progress column, however, it has the status of being failed. So status does not represent the column. Then it goes back to review, ready to test, deploying, then done. Okay. So let me go through multiple concepts here. So first I'm going to create some sort of a card so we can play around with it without disrupting any one. So I'm going to make a card called, for instance, task, and it will be explaining I've created a card here, and it went to the open sprint that I'm just creating it. I'm going to move it to another sprint. I pressed right click. He tell me, are you sure? Yes, I am sure. Then I'm going to open the active sprint and I'm going to find the card somewhere here. Explaining Jira, there it is. So let's discuss. First of all, I take the card simply to do. It can go to be blocked at any time. So I here need to state who is it blocked by. So I'm going to say it's blocked by myself, and I can state the reason. Then I move it here, I move it to do, then in progress. After going, it gets a review. See, it shows you where it can go, and it always will be open for this and this, as here has the blocked and here has the result. I'm going to take it in review. It will ask me to assign a reviewer, so I will put myself also as the reviewer. That's not a usual case. Then I deem it ready to test or in progress. So let's say it's ready to test. Then I send it back to in progress. Ask me why it failed till this shift. I move it here, it tells me it needs to be merged or is it merged. And if it's merged, let's directly take it to done. So here is it done, deployed and merged or results. If I said deployed and merged, it's done. So let's do something else. I'm going to take the card back into blocked for whatever reason. Let's say it's blocked for whatever reason, and I'm going to take it to resolved. When I state that the card is resolved, I need to set a status. Won't do it, it's a duplicate of another card. This bug cannot be reproduced or the error cannot be refused. We declined it as a development team. It's cancelled by the client, etc. So I'm going to move it, then I'm going to delete this issue to prevent any. No one is allowed to delete an issue in general. So this is how you can work and move through the issues from one to the other.